How's this work? There we go. That's more of an appropriate volume. There we are, and we just gotta plug in the old Xbox One blue controller, and we are ready to go. I was in Zeal. I like floating in Zeal. Zeal's one of my favorite locations. No, at this point in the game, we are about to do that. And what's up, Alex? My name's Steve. We are about to go swap out the Chrono doll. You missed the exciting Monday where I spent like an hour and a half fighting Gato and getting silver points to get the dolls for each of the party members. That was pretty much all of Monday's stream was pretty much that. But now that I've got them all, we just grabbed Chrono from his mom, and then we went to the future and talked with Balthazar, and so now we've got Chrono's double, and we've got to go and do the swap out. So it's an exciting moment in the game to get our boy back, and then we've got a handful of like essentially loyalty missions, and then we'll get into it from there. Okay, let me get the title coming up. It's going to come in a little bit loud, as it always seems to. Yeah, there you go. Death Peak. Yeah, Death Peak. We're right at that point. I decided to save out just before then, do the Death Peak thing, and then start in on those side missions. Let me get the volume correct on this poor. There we go. Much better. Yeah. Chrono Trigger is absolutely one of my favorite games. I used to be in a video game cover band that did instrumental covers of various retro games, like so many of them do. And we had a Chrono Trigger medley with like the battle theme and the time theme. Just various Chrono Trigger themes. End of time theme. Yeah, the overworld theme. I actually started streaming for two reasons, and those two reasons were to play Chrono Trigger and then play an extra game of D&D. There we go. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into this. We're going to load up the game. You can see my old habits can never die of doing multiple saves on a cartridge. Back in the days when you used to rent video games. Where are we at? Okay, definitely this save right here. Actually, before we get going into this, one other thing I do while I stream for Noontime Nostalgia is I smoke my hookah. I smoke shisha. It is just flavored tobacco for those that aren't familiar with it, and it comes out of a kind of a water hose pipe, and it's my preferred way to do tobacco. It is tobacco. It is bad for you, so if you're not a fan of potentially giving yourself diseases, don't do it, but I enjoy it, and for the same reason that I enjoy drive-thru food is because I make bad choices. So, what you have to do, or what a given person has to do for a hookah, is load it on up, and then with this molasses-treated flavored tobacco, and then they just get into it from there. I was excited actually today. Right before the stream, I was rushing back home. I had to pick up some audio equipment. But yeah, right before the stream, I just got my affiliate notice. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to be an affiliate I don't know what like, I know what it means, but like, I don't know if that really changes anything about what I'm going to be doing. But, you know, I guess for the people that watch either this, or Through the Mill, which is the D&D series that we do every week, 7:30 p.m. That's a game that I run. Yeah. SNES Mini, and I wish Chrono was on it. I do have the Final Fantasy VI and Legend of Zelda on it. There's new games I'm playing. The protagonist looks like Chrono. What's the new game that you're playing? Where the protagonist looks like Chrono, Alex? I am curious. Also, the SNES Mini was super dope, and it is sad that Chrono wasn't on it, but it makes sense. I'm actually playing this via Steam. Steam's port of Chrono Trigger is really good. Like, it's a little struggly coming out of the battles. It tends to have, like, a weird little, like, itch when you come out of battles, but going into them, it's fine. What I want to do, I think I'm gonna do it again. We will be smoking, or I will be smoking, mint orange with mint flavor, mixed with strawberry. The orange is a bit acidic, and it's like, it feels like the food flavorings they do for orange tend to be a bit harsher on smoking, which again is kind of like a clear indicator that you probably shouldn't smoke, but you know, whatever. Make your choices. Oh yeah, Secret of Mana is super dope. I gotta ask, Alex, and I don't need your exact age. Are these games that you've played before? Are you like old enough like me where you were a kid when these came out, or are you running into these new now? I have no. You don't have to answer that. I'm just curious. I'm always curious if somebody's just coming into the SNES era of Square. Okay. So you know that basically from the Super Nintendo, honestly, through the PlayStation, Square Enix, Squaresoft could do no wrong. Like, it was just a great era for them. All right. Yeah. Secret of Mana is super dope. I'm trying to figure out how I can play that with another Twitch streamer so that we can just play together and we can stream it off each other's accounts. We can each OBS stream it. We can each play it. It is gonna be interesting. Yeah, it really is. Like, I'm not saying there's not great Japanese RPGs that have come up in the last, 10, 12 years. Obviously, Persona 5 is, nonsense. I'm a big Shin Megami Tensei, weird Japan storytelling thing. And if we're talking about, fantasy stuff, I mean, Square just dropped Octopath Traveler a few years, 2-3 years ago. And that was a great game. But yeah, not only that, so the next game I'm probably going to play is either going to be Breath of Fire 2 or 3. Square consulted on the first Breath of Fire for Capcom on the Super Nintendo, just like they did Super Mario RPG. They consulted on that because they sort of hit a genre. Square and or Square Enix, or Square Soft and Enix were basically Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest were the tentpoles of creating an entire style of video gaming, and it was no wonder. It was no wonder with games like these, with games like Chrono Trigger, with games like Secret of Mana. True legends from history and the punks who came after Xanarkand. You know what? I will say this. So when we're talking about the modern Final Fantasy games, which is, in my mind, everything post-10, it's when the president of Square Enix left and created Mistwalker Studios, and then released a great game on the 360 called Lost Odyssey, which, if you have not played it, you absolutely should get your hand on Lost Odyssey. It feels just like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era Final Fantasy, and it is heartbreaking and sad, and I love it. But I will stand for that game until the end of time. But when we're talking about brains, when we're talking about modern Final Fantasies specifically, I don't think that Square has figured out a good formula for how to make a good Final Fantasy in a modern age, but I do like that they take swings every time. Final Fantasy 12 is set in the evilest world, and it's a war, and it doesn't work, in my opinion. It's very MMO-y kind of feeling and stuff like that, but like it tries. Final Fantasy 13, yeah, definitely some big swings. I don't think it landed on a lot of them. It isn't my favorite game, but it's very divergent from previous Final Fantasies. The combat system is kind of like Final Fantasy X-2, but like better with those strategy switches and everything, and then doing the direct sequels to it. 14 is, of course, an MMO that have a bunch of people that like MMOs like, so big props to that. And then 15, again, big swing. I really liked the first half of the game. I thought it was really fun. It kind of falls apart in the second half, but it was kind of cool to just have like 4 buddies and have a road trip. And so, like, I'm kind of pro modern Final Fantasies, but I don't love them like I like 4, 5, 6, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy Tactics, 7, 9, Secret of Mana, even like, what is it, Vagrant Story, was a cool little game. Yeah, the city is super dope, but yeah, and then, you know, like 10 was really the last thing, and then the president left. Yeah, X2 wasn't my favorite. I think it could have been good. I just don't think that they knew how to execute the idea that they sort of had, right? Pain is a super dope character. Super badass. Definitely one of my top, X2 was pretty, like, again, it just kind of felt side questy, a little too side questy, and I like a lot of side quest in my games. Like, I like a good wander around Western RPG, like Dragon Age, where I have dots on a map, or like any kind of like card game, Witcher, of course, with Gwent, you know, like those kinds of things. I like them, but like I need there to be a main plot that's super cool. And that's especially with Japan, since they're big about destiny and world saving and killing gods. That's absolutely where that goes. I'm sure. Hey, what's up, Sam? What's up, Sam? Sam just got the news that I got invited to be an affiliate with Twitch. So thank you very much for hanging out in the stream, Sam, because you've been one of the people that does. Yeah, no, you absolutely need a great plot. If you had asked me several years ago, because I felt like Japanese RPGs, while still having good ones coming out, were kind of falling off, I would have told you that BioWare was the inheritor of the high plot-driven RPG. They had Dragon Age Origins, they had the first Mass Effect, they had the second Mass Effect, and they were just on fire with it. It's nice. It's people like yourself that hang out. I really just did this as an excuse to stream, and then eventually, I don't really have a schedule that I do them, but I upload them in blocks to YouTube so that there's some YouTube content for Dying of Exposure while I'm super busy with this kind of side project. But that's all going to wrap up, and I can go back to making good YouTube videos. And then I did this as an excuse to play Chrono Trigger, and other retro RPGs, and play D&D online. I would have said BioWare was sort of like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 sort of inheritor. Those KOTOR games are top shelf. They are absolutely amazing. And then Mass Effect 1 and 2 and 3 up until the end. And Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age 2 kind of suffers a little bit, but it's mostly a price point thing. The overall game and story is really fun. And so I was like, oh, BioWare, yeah, right. So I do, because in my mind, if I'm this is what happens when you decide to be a creative person for a job, and I'm not complaining about it. It's really fun to be able to pursue things that I'm interested in all the time. But I'm constantly thinking in terms of like, what can I do that's productive versus what I can do that's entertainment wise. And so there are new games that I want to play. And I'm mostly a console gamer, so I have this gaming laptop, and it's fine. It plays a lot of games okay, but I prefer to game on a console. I prefer dual analog sticks, and so my urge to play the old games would conflict with my urge to play new games, combined with my conflicting with my urge to be like, I should be writing video copy or I should be doing this other thing, because when you basically live and work in your home space, there's no time that you can't be productive. And then that would conflict with, of course, household duties, yard work, stuff like that. And so I found it hard to justify playing the retro games for myself, and then I came up with, but it's content, and that solved the problem. All right, we are pretty much set up here. We are pretty much good. I gotta do one more thing, and then we'll actually get into playing Chrono Trigger. All right. Yeah, it's weird, Alex, trying to figure out that balance to like playing around and goofing off and doing things for me versus doing things with like an intent. Yeah, definitely. Is this the team? Is this the team I want? This is not the team I want to take into Death Peak. This is not the party. I love you, Luca, but this is not the party. We're gonna flip out this for Frog, and there you go. Well done, well done. Nothing like Alex, figuring out how to just integrate gaming and your passions. Yeah, I used to do a lot of creative writing and stuff for English Lit for college. And anytime I could turn it into something about music or video games or science fiction, basically, I did. Hi, little guy. Oh, I see. There we go. There we go. Oh, audio cue fun. Oh, that's me. Game tries to tell you. Tries to tell you. went the wrong way. That's on me. Nope, can't. That's a nice little fun area where they're like the environment could impact you. Yeah, sociology is really fun. Like, honestly, as a 30-something-year-old now, as an almost 40-year-old now, I was a big fan of those sort of basically the humanities classes. Anything that was a humanities class, I was in it. I was down. I mean, I was getting an English lit degree, right? Which at the time I knew would never support me. That's why I went into tech support and server-side support for years and years. Yeah, knowing things about business is real useful in a modern age, especially since there's so many like side hustles people can do. I can't remember if I just attack these, so we're gonna find out. Yeah, it looks like I just slap him. Slap him with blades. Ooh, let's get some chests. Magic ring, huh? What does magic ring do? Suppose I should also look at what I've got on people. Ooh, that's big. Yeah, let's look at their equipment. I know I've got the golden earring on him, because Magus kind of is a bit of a glass cannon, so I don't think there's much I can do about that. But for him, strength +4 is pretty good. Ooh, gotta get that Wrath Band. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Those counterattacks are real nice. That's also, of course, always keep that Scala's Amulet on point. Do I want it to be him? No. What is Frog got on him right now? Oh, Frog's got just a speed belt. Frog can take Wrath Band. Like, if he's doing counterattacks, his overall. Yeah, speak of speed belt, this guy is the guy who needs a speed belt. So do I want Power Scarf on him? Do I just want him to hit hard, or do I want him to have a better time? I think I want something better for him. Let's reduce his MP consumption. I'm gonna guess that he's gonna need... No, there's lots of things that Marl could benefit from, but I'm not going to be using Marl in combat very much. No, if we're talking overall squad, there's, like, better things to deploy these to. Come on. Yeah. Get in the fight. Alex, question for you. Do you pronounce it Marl or Marley? I always pronounced it Marl. I think I might. Yeah, I've always pronounced it Marl too. I've heard people pronounce it Marley, and I think if I had heard that when I was a kid, is it on somebody? Thought I had it. Not party. Equipment. Range band, magic ring, headband. No, I must not have Black Rock on me. Crazy. All right. But yeah, I think if I'd heard it Marley when I was like a kid, I would have then gone to just calling it Marley. I really like how Marley sounds. Oh yeah, this is that you go back and forth. Everyone's hit points are relatively fine. Okay. Why they gotta pick on Frog so much? That's what you get. That's what you get. That's why he counterattacks. That counterattack is clutch, by the way. Everyone should always be doing that. Smack it around. It almost looks like Frog is unarmed in this because his sword sort of blends with the snow. Is anybody learning any actual text at this point? I'm pretty sure everybody's... Oh, he's learning barrier. Yeah. It's like they're throwing 34. It's sort of like time to catch you up. Might as well save in here. Yeah, Rage and Frenzy bands. Yeah, they're just good. They're just good. Wrath, Rage, Frenzy. Whenever you have an enemy where you're just like, I just need to hit him, and I need to hit him super hard and super fast and kill him. That's where you do it. Although I just kind of use the breaking methodology where you put Frog and you put Robo on your party, right? And then they have Cure Wave, and everybody's fucked at that point. Because as long as they can both get off Cure Wave, you can't die. So it means that some of the boss battles are a little bit slow, but it also means that, ooh, Barrier Ring is very good. It also means that you don't have to worry about dying. I should probably heal up Frog in a bit. Slurp. We'll have you do it. There you go. I thought Break was like Bubble Snap where Robo drops on them. Is it? Perhaps. Alright, let's see what you don't like. Eh. Yeah, I realized I hadn't played Chrono Trigger in like 15 years. You know what? Let's just do this the easy way. I'm just gonna fuck with his face. Ooh. What's the wake up thing? There we go. That's what I get for just being kind of casual with it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look at that 8. Look at that 8 increase. Alright, let's look at this again. Bubble breath, cure wave, bubble burst. Yeah, right, exactly. I was just sort of playing with the idea of it. What am I doing? Text. Let's heal beam everybody. Get them all back up to max. God, Magus is so cool. There it is. Yeah. But either way, yeah, Frog, Robo. So I talked about this last time, and so it's a little bit repeat, but Alex wasn't here, so I'm going to talk about it again. And apparently there's a couple other people in the stream besides Sam. Alex wasn't here. Chrono Trigger is one of the hardest games to party manage, and the reason for that is because look at that awesome party. Ayla, top shelf. Top shelf. Frog, Robo, Magus, top shelf. Even Luca and Marl, who as a kid I wasn't a huge fan of, I recognize A, strength strategy-wise, some great stuff, and B, I love their characters. Normally, and then of course once I get Chrono back, I got Chrono back in the mix, and he's top shelf. Normally, I struggle, or I don't struggle. You know, we all know that there's better strategies and optimal things, but like as far as the party I walk around with, the thing that I think of is the A team, the front, the starters. Normally, in a game, I'm only going to have 3 or 4 of those. And I'm going to basically have no feelings or emotions or anything about the rest of the party. But in this case, I'm fucking struggling. And that's the sign of a good JRPG. Exactly. They make the party feel like all of them could be legendary heroes. They're all different enough and unique enough. They all have their uses and their abilities. By splitting up their magic types by element, that's really useful strategy-wise. Like, this feels like the greatest heroes of time coming together. And of course I like Frog because he's basically a paladin, and Robo because he's basically a cleric, and Magus because he's basically a wild magic sorcerer. And so I love those, and then I love my strong fighter boy, my strong like knight fighter with lightning. But like Ayla hits so fast and so hard, full barbarian stats. Oof, 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 what a game. What a game. What a game, what a soundtrack. What art. I love that the game just hands you the good weapons so you don't end up buying a lot of weapons. Oh yeah, oh yes, these are from Final Fantasy VI's, or Final Fantasy IV, 6. Final Fantasy IV is great. Actually, the game that I was gonna play after Chrono Trigger, that I was gonna get into was Final Fantasy VI, because it's also been forever and a day since I got to play that. But what? Ah, look at that. Look at that. Good game design. A little bit of unnecessary duplication of combat, but yeah, I was gonna play Final Fantasy VI, maybe Final Fantasy IV. I hate the Steam re-releases though, because they're the mobile ones. Oh, I should really. Well, I guess Frog died. That was me not paying attention. Among the Final Fantasy VI characters, again, it's been a few years, and by a few, I mean well over a decade. Fine, I'll bring Frog back up. Just so he can be here for the death of this thing. And I'll heal my party like an adult. It's been a few years. I don't know if there's a paladin for Final Fantasy VI. I don't know if there is, because it's not Terra. It's not Locke, obviously. It's not Sabin or Edgar. It's not Cyan. It's definitely not Shadow, right? Realm. It's not Realm. It's not Strago. It's not Gal. Yeah, I don't think Final Fantasy VI has a paladin. A straight up, like, people just aren't. It's certainly not Setzer. Yeah, there's no paladin in Final Fantasy VI like there is in. I mean, obviously Cecil's for. I feel like Final Fantasy doesn't tend to have a lot of paladin type characters, like strong healers, essentially. And I think they do that because they tend to have magic users, like some magic users, sort of just definitely be the healers. What am I doing? And top it off. They tend to have those people definitely tend to be the healers. And so they don't really leave a lot of room for paladins. They're more likely to give you a cleric. And even then, they don't do clerics like D&D, where clerics are big, like, tanky boys that can take a lot of damage. But they mostly just support. Now, if I were classifying 6 characters as like sort of like D&D classes, what do you got? You got Terra, who's your summoner, your summon caster, if you will. You got Locke. He's obviously a rogue, maybe a fighter, honestly, but definitely a rogue. You got Setzer. He screams sort of like a bard. Even though he doesn't really have bard spells, he just kind of has a bard vibe to him as far as how he plays. Might as well, you know what? Might as well use one of these handy dandy shelters to get my magic points back, my MP back. Yeah, he's got big bard energy. Setzer does. Sabin is like, he's somewhere between like a fight. He's like a fighter, obviously, in the game, but he's kind of like a monk in a lot of ways, but a little bit stronger, like a monk barbarian. Edgar is more like a complex fighter, almost like a artificer in these days of D&D. And then you have a whole shit ton of casters, right? And then Shadow's obviously an assassin rogue, and has his little dog familiar, maybe a little bit of a warlock. Gao is a character that doesn't exist in D&D, with that sort of like blue ability of mimicking and then learning different attacks. He's sort of a master strategist of all trades, and that doesn't really exist in D&D, but it should. Did I just save? Yeah, this is what happens when I get into D&D conversations. D&D plus JRPG equals win. One day I'll play a D&D game that feels like a JRPG. Yeah. Wick. Look at all them crits. Yeah, Pathfinder 2e. Pathfinder 2e, super good. Little complex on the rules, but not so bad once you kind of get into it. Let's give you that sickle. Look at that. Look at that. 7 and 8 increases on all my hitty damage. Okay, gotta pay attention this time. Well, if you were gonna do it to somebody. Thanks for spreading out the attacks, bro. A big TP, though. Yeah, you did. What does Dark Mist do? I can't remember. I think it's... Black Hole. So good. It's such a good idea. Yeah, Magus is actually... I wouldn't say he's a biomagic sorcerer. He's more of just a wizard. He's more of a wizard caster. If you don't... Like, in my case, I'm just like, I'll just give you the hit point ring, and then you'll just be able to live. I won't have to worry about you dying. Oof. Them environmental challenges, right? Love it. I like it. We're just gonna watch this for a bit. But yeah, I may Pathfinder 2e is pretty good. It's never something I've been super interested in playing because I'm a little casual baby. Who gets the Yaksha Blade? Nobody. Oh, I bet that goes to Chrono when I get him back. Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I want to fight. I want to fight and get chewed up. If I had Ayla and Chrono, these people wouldn't even be able to get these attacks off. Oof. See if I get lucky and avoid Robo dying. I did. Excellent. Sorry, it's a little warm in the garage here. Oh, that was my mistake. Robo's almost certainly gonna die now. Unless they're kind and spread out the attacks. Oh, I see. My mic is unmounting. Look at this. I'm just gonna hold the mic. I'm gonna have to, right as this happens. Alright, I gotta Ooh. Mic almost fell down. Yeah. This is the kind of professionalism you can expect from an affiliate. Twitch affiliate. Now that affiliate status. There we go. There we are. Better. All right, let's cure up. We're good. Push the shell, climb the shell. Let me around you, buddy. I suppose I could do my stronger solo attack tax on the face, but I don't really need to. Why spend the MP? How dare you put Frog to sleep? Oh, accidentally attacked the wrong thing. That'll be fun. That was a waste. And a wake Frog up. Slid by that. Look at those hit points. Slid by that attack. And before we get into that. Ooh, Dark Helm. Wait. Yeah, he's got... The reason we gave him all those hit points was so that... Inventory. Never has a shelter been more effective. Look at that. 34, 38, 67. That's what happens when you accidentally attack the shell. So what I like about the structure of this, and I've said this about multiple Chrono Trigger episode or multiple Chrono Trigger moments, is that I like that they do a good job at setting you up so that you can grind levels if you need to. Because they've got all these save points, they've got all these kind of back and forth areas. Can't remember. Oh yeah, it's over there. That's where I push it. A little awkward. Come on. Get in the spot that you need to get in. There it is. But yeah, they let you grind, so if you're like in a situation where you're like, I'm not doing great, right? You're getting your ass handed to you. You can grind up, you can get your levels, you can become stronger and everything, and that's important when you have boss fights. Cook, I'm back. Ook, I'm back. Oh, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Sam. Okay. Oh, I can't go to my menu. Eloquent. Yeah, do it. Do it. We're about to get Chrono back for those that just came back in. Well, that really interrupts you watching Noontime Nostalgia, doesn't it, Sam? Also, I don't like that it's smack in the middle of noon. That's lunchtime. Ooh, shit. Gorgeous. 16 bits, 1995, right? Look at it. Same group that was there, since I love Frog and Robo so much as a combo that they tend to be my side characters. So I love how, like, direct this is. No, Sam. They entered the moment of time. The eclipse happened, and that allowed them with their time egg, to enter the moment of time just before Chrono tries to stand against Lavos and gets killed, and we all get scattered a little bit across time. And this game makes you think that you're about to lose your main character. I wish you could too, Mr. Jones. I wish you could too. What a fucking moment, though. You're like, oh no, my main guy! And then you get a chance to bring him back. Frog starting to cry, even though he's the guy that did it. Friendship is magic. Friendship saves the day. And then Chrono isn't like... What's also cool is that then that means that forever Chrono isn't necessarily a member of your party that you need to have. Like, of course you have him. He's the guy. He's the main guy. And this is basically like, all right, we're at the end of the game, but you've got some side quests that you can go on that are super awesome, and you should absolutely do them. Squad back together. You know what? We're even going to be super old school with it. And Big Boy Chrono's going to lead. Also, I believe we got a new sword for you. We did. Yeah, it is a team. I want to say Magus was at level 37 when he joined my party, Mr. Jones. I want to say Magus was level 37 when he joined, and so he's a little under-leveled compared to the rest of my party in the mid-40s, I want to say. Yeah, Magus is down at 40. He's just a few levels lower than us, and at this high of a level. But yeah, this is a compilation cast, right? It's awesome. It's a whole squad, and all of the characters matter. At first, you think Marl's just gonna play like the main romantic interest or the main like female partner that they do so awesome, and she is to a degree, but her quest isn't that. And then Luca, of course, is your best friend. You've got her father. She's the whole engine of the time travel. Ayla is just this badass beast, that warrior that fights with you. Yep, under level, but better stats. That, and I've got the hit point ring on him to make up for his lower defense. Until he gets to a certain level, and then I'll pull it off of him and then not have to use it anymore. Okay. What am I looking at? Yep. No, we're going to the Middle Ages. You know what? You're right. Let's fight Specchio. Fuck Specchio. No, Specchio's about to kill me very aggressively. I feel like Buhan Jones was fucking with me. Damn, Specchio. But no harm, no foul. Specchio just put me down. I feel like Specchio needs me to be at a much higher level. Okay, we're going to do something that I started doing a little too early, but should be better now. Yeah, I started doing this fucking before I lost Chrono. Yeah, sand. Epoch is a great banging name for a time ship. Yeah, it has, because I saved that shit. I saved that shit back in the day. Yeah, DeLorean indeed, right? Wait, let's make sure that Chrono has a good thing on him. He has Golden Stud. Let's give him... Do we want to make him... Let's make him lightning fast. Alright, we're going to save just outside of the pit. Should probably have time to do the pit. Yeah, as you can see, I've been here before. Just want to see how Lumiere does on these creatures. I know they're weak to water, and that's what I'm going to use on them. Yeah, I was trying to fuck around with these guys at like level 35, I want to say, like 10 levels ago, and it was not going well. What is the dual attacks that are like water specific? Ooh. You know that that's a big attack right there. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Robo and his beautiful 900. Yep, Froggy plays cleanup. No, I'm getting all these. But we don't need to do that. We can just do Luminaire and then Water 2. They do. It's the most overpowered spell. It's why usually I put that stud to reduce magic casting on Chrono, because I use it all the time. In fact, I'm gonna do that. First, I'm gonna cure everybody. Okay. Then we're gonna go to inventory or equipment. There it is. We're just going to rock Golden Stud on him. I use Luminaire too much, and it's a very expensive spell. Actually, you know what? He probably could use a High Ether. Yep. The Sand Skills won't take. Yeah, no, I don't think he takes anything from Dark Magic, but I keep Robo on the team to be a healer. I tend to die a lot on the boss fights the first time while I figure out what doesn't work. I like the fear moment where they're like, ooh, Muscle Ring. I can't remember what Muscle Ring does. Oh, ooh, that's good. But not good enough yet. Well, that was a mistake. Okay, so no Luminaire the first time. Yeah, we're just gonna... Ah, okay. I need to use magic. Electric do anything? Nope. And I cannot. Spin cut. Oh, I also got to bring Chrono back up. Really trying to ride down Robo. Yeah, no, I'm going to lose because I wasn't strategizing right, as I suspected. That was the wrong person. Fuck that up. He's just gonna die again. Thank God for Frog's counterattacks. Yeah, no, I should be doing Lapis more, I know. There we go. All right. All right, we've fixed the problem. Frog's gonna go down, but that's okay. And Lapis should hit him. There we go. So it took a little bit, and I got a little hairy there for a moment. Sorry I got quiet. But we had to do it. You didn't stay up for very long with no legs. Oof. Oof. Guys. Guys, that was a little hairy. That was on me, but it was a little hairy. Look at that. 6, down to 36, down to 60, even with the stud. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, I gotta do all those capsules. Come on. Inventory, yeah. I forgot. Capsules. Boom, boom, boom. Everything goes to Chrono. Chrono is strongest boy. Oh, yeah. Where are you, Shelter? Bam. This right here is some cool shit, right? See this little happy animation? Love it. Whoever put this in the game, I feel like this was like a developer's choice, right? Like they're like, what are some side missions? And someone gets this idea, and he's like, I gotta have like little fucking tractor version of Robo. And then you go to the present. Oh, party. Gotta put Luca in the party when it comes to fixing up Robo. Yeah, they are. Looks like, ooh. So good. Alright, I'm comfortable buying 3 of these right now. I could have just equipped in there. Going on to the 3rd for when we get Robo back in the mix. Come on, buddy. Let's get you back up and running. Yeah, this is just, it's awesome. This game does such a good job at figuring out how to play with time travel a little bit. Yeah. Iconic scene. Yeah, it's fucking... It's fucking great. God, this game is so good. So fucking good. God damn it. God damn it, good game writing. Yeah, Chrono Cross isn't a great game. It's an okay game. And then they never released Dreamers to here, like Fighting Dreamers or whatever it is. Star Dreamers. I can't remember. And so you can only get that via ROM. It's really sad that they didn't continue it in kind of a direct sequel way. But that wasn't SquareSoft's way. They just make new and different games. Even the Final Fantasies are all, obviously unique for the most part. So good. So good. Right? You totally ship Robo and Luca. Alright, where to next? I think first end of time to kind of reset myself. Actually, first let's go to the present. Oh, we're in the present. Let's go to Luca's house. Yeah, I already picked it all up. Luca doll. I like the sleepy one. Look, she moves. She does things. You did it. You fixed your mom. You fixed your mom. For those that don't know, she just sat in the chair the whole time before this, so you managed to save her. It's satisfying. It feels good. Feels good. Let's go see hi to my mom. That's not my house. There we go. Kitty. Kitty. Let's have fun with this. Who else hasn't she met? Let's do Frog and Magus. Your name is Glenn. I do not believe I have, Mr. Jones. You're talking about the Sunstone? Oh, Ayla. Fuck you. Fuck you, Black Omen. Oh, I know where it is. Party. Trade him out for Magus. Just seeing if they had any kind of like super cool. Is it in this time? Is it in this time? Is it in 1000 AD? Is the prism in 1000 AD? Oh, there we go. Always weaponed. Always weapon. Although I suppose if I was doing, there we go, there's that speed boost too. I suppose if I was doing, yeah, my face didn't melt. I didn't become, I chose the Carpenter's Cup, if you will. I suppose if I was doing New Game Plus and I already had the Magus sword, but because I still had Magus on my team, Last Crusade was a great movie. It's a great movie. All right, let's go back to the end of time. Talk to me.
Can't remember if I'm supposed to go to the Middle Ages for that or the present, but we'll find out. Yeah, Middle Ages, that's what I thought. Yee. Where's that castle? I can't remember what this was. What's Lost Sanctum? All right. I don't remember what Lost Sanctum is. I don't remember that at all. Yeah, I think this is the DS release of it. So it definitely has the little like AMVs. Nope, needed to use spells. That's on me. Ooh. Ooh. So what did we learn? Spells. Spells on the Ghost Knights. Gotta be getting close. Yeah, you're still a while off from it. You should deal with them. Hey, Prophet. Okay, audio off as well. Thanks for the extra view, I suppose. Not that you can hear me. Oof, they're whooping on me. How we doing? Where do I go? Vet Toolbox in 2000. Give it to Drunk. I have no idea what you're talking about, Jones. Where do I get the toolbox from? Where do I get it from? Do you remember where you get it from? Ah, there you go. I see what you're saying. Oh, hey, I'll do this in the right order.
All right. I'll actually buy a shelter or 2 or 4. And then I'm going to sell this blade.
All right. Let's do this. First, I'm gonna do the Ghost That Haunts portion. Actually, first. Why do I attack ghosts with melee? Why do I never learn my lesson? I don't know. I don't know if the Mosmian damages or not. That'd be weird. Have Glenn just kill Cyrus. Okay, let's go back to 600. You guys are an interesting bunch. Who stole his carpenter tools? Oh yeah, you go back. I see. Yeah. No, I was looking it up. See if I can at least get us set up so that we can do this before the next stream, or at the beginning of the next stream here. Because I am going to have to go in a bit, but I'd like to get it set up so that I can... Now we go back to the past. A little back and forth, a little back and forth. It's not the most smooth of a transition of a game, but you don't need to do any of this to beat the game. So that's that's the kind of excuse, right? Is that you don't need this for the game. So if you get it, great. But if not, thank you, Jones, for being that walkthrough. Same with you, Alex. Okay, so I gotta go to the ruins, I guess. I think I gotta find that carpenter. Be like, hey, buddy. I'm probably in his, in the residence with all of his apprentices. Come on. You know what? I think at this point, since it is 2:07, I've been streaming for a couple hours, I think. There's about, yeah, almost 2 hours. I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for hanging out. Prophet, Alex, Mr. Jones, Sam, anyone else that commented in the... Twitch. I have to finish filling out the affiliate form, and then I will be an official Twitch affiliate instead of just a guy who streams. So thanks for everyone that followed me and coming to the chat. And we do this Noontime Nostalgia every Monday and Thursday at noon-ish. And then also, if you like D&D, Dungeons & Dragons Through the Mill, 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday. Y'all have a great day. Follow Dying of Exposure on social media, over on YouTube as well. And we'll see you next week, next Monday. Bye, everybody.